Ms. Rahayu, Mahzam.
Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to take this opportunity to laud the efforts that have been done to present this bill to Parliament. As my other colleagues have said, this has been a long-awaited bill, with many hoping to see more teeth in legislation to help safeguard vulnerable adults from abuse, neglect or self-neglect. I understand that for far too long, social workers have been left frustrated with the inability to take actions in situations where they feel that more could be done. I note the great balancing act that needs to be put in place to ensure that while we do what we think is necessary for the group that cannot help themselves, we do not inadvertently trample on individual rights and liberties. Therefore, although personally I share the sentiments of some of my colleagues who feel that the bill could extend to protect against issues like financial abuse, I appreciate the caution with which we could proceed with this bill. I hope that the Ministry would review the matter further and consider other recourse available to the elderly in this respect. For the purposes of this speech, though, I would like to focus on the implementation of the bill. In my humble opinion, for this bill to be effectively administered and for the true spirit of the bill to be embraced, we need to ensure that there are appropriate support, resources and manpower in place to respond to the circumstances that would arise in the course of enforcement of this bill. I therefore have some clarifications to make. Firstly, I would like to understand who would form the team of qualified assessors on the ground, what would be the requirements of these assessors, and would there be specified training given to them? Secondly, I note that there will be instances where the vulnerable adult would have to be taken away from the care he or she has. Do we have sufficient manpower, support and spaces or the care facilities that you referred to ensure that the care of these vulnerable adults, temporary or otherwise, is seamless and comprehensive? Further, what measures or support framework is in place to ensure reconciliation with families where appropriate? I know that Minister had earlier shared that court orders could be made to direct family members to attend counselling. Are there other mechanisms to assist with reconciliation and appropriate follow-ups with the family members? Thirdly, I believe that the cases that would fall under this category could be complicated and potentially emotionally and logistically challenging. The social welfare workers need to be trained in various aspects. They should be equipped with skills in dealing with, for example, a violent relative. They need to understand the court processes and also have greater depth in dealing with and recognizing psychological on top of physical harm. Are all our officers fully trained and equipped to handle various circumstances? I would be grateful if the Minister could shed some light on the matters I raised. Notwithstanding my request for clarifications, I support this motion.